Hey people, this is Jake bringing another Percy Jackson YouTube video. So this is going to be a recurring, well, not a recurring theme, but I've done this video before. We're doing another Would You Rather video. I just kind of felt like doing one, so I asked you guys to ask me some questions, and you did. Thank you, as always. And yeah, unless you live under a rock, I'm pretty sure you know how this game works. Relatively simple. You give me a Would You Rather scenario. I pick which one I would rather do. And this is Percy Jackson edition, of course. So let's get into it. First question is from Andrea, and this is, would you rather date Annabeth or Raina? Okay, well, easy answer is Annabeth. Because I, am in love with Annabeth. And, I mean, there's no really other ways. There's not really other ways to say it. Annabeth is like my dream girl. So yeah. And yeah, I mean, there's really no other way to say that. Both of them would be awesome. I'd be the luckiest dude if I was able to have any of them as a girlfriend, either of them. Although they both could beat me up in 865 ways and are just as many ways too good for me. But there's the simple answer is Annabeth, but there's several ways to look at this. Okay, so I've said this before and I meant it. Okay, I ship Percybeth more than I ship myself with air, alright? By what I mean, more than I ship my life. I don't make sense, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, I ship them hardcore, okay? So if Annabeth was real, then that would mean Percy is real. And Percy is my dude, alright? So I would not want them to break up. And Raina's over here single. So yeah, I would date Raina in that scenario. Although Raina is better off without me, so if I could just let it be, I'd just let them both stay as they are. But yeah, simple answer, Annabeth, everything included, Raina. There you go. Kind of cheated and gave you two answers, but whatever. Alright, number 2 is, speaking of which, Annabeth Chase, this is who this question's from. Would you rather go to Camp Half-Blood or Camp Jupiter? Alright, good question, but an easy answer. Camp Half-Blood. I mean, come on. It's kind of hard to find someone who says Camp Jupiter over Camp Half-Blood. It's Camp Half-Blood is awesome, right? Because you can do so much. You can learn how to be a good sword fighter, or be a good fighter, whatever. But you can also go on a canoe lake, and you got a rock climbing wall, and you got awesome food, and you got just a bunch of stuff, you mean, and you can make a bunch of friends, but it's so you can do so much and be so proactive, but it's also an excellent place to chill. All right, and I'm the type of dude that likes to chill. You can't really do that at Camp Jupiter. All right, it's way too strict. I mean, as you all have seen if you've read the books, but that on its own, Camp Jupiter is still dope. All right, and if it existed and Camp Half-Blood didn't, I would march my butt all the way down to San Francisco and try to get in there. Although I die within the first week, it'd be totally worth. So yeah, but easy answer, Camp Half-Blood. All right, this question is from Frank Zhang or Zhang. Okay, can someone tell me how to pronounce that? Is it Zhang or Zhang? I've heard it both ways. I always thought it was Zhang, but then I heard another YouTuber say Zhang, and it kind of looks like Zhang, right? Because it's Z-H-A-N-G. So yeah, if anyone knows for sure, please tell me, because I don't want to be pronouncing this wrong. I just figured out that Piper McLean is actually McLean, because I heard Rick say McLean. I always thought it was McLean, so that was kind of a bummer, but whatever. Anyway, the question, would you rather save Grover or Tyson? Why are you asking me this? Whatever, that's fine. It's fine. I asked you to ask me would you rather question. You asked me a good would you rather question. I might die afterward, but that's, whatever. Okay, so I'm not going to cop out and say I don't know. I really don't know, but I'll give you an answer. I would probably save Tyson. That's not to say I like Tyson more than Grover. That's not to say I don't, love Grover. And that, I don't know. My gut's just saying Tyson. I really have no explanation for you. And my gut's just saying Tyson, so there you go. All right, next question. Would you rather have Cleo or Phrasal break up? From daughter of Athena. And my answer to you is I would rather break up Cleo. Alright, for you guys that don't know, which I'm assuming you do, but just gotta be, cautious here. Cleo is Calypso and Leo. Frazel is Frank and Hazel. Yes, I would break up Cleo. That's not to say I don't ship Cleo. I do. They're a good ship. Alright, and what I'm about to say next, I don't mean to offend anyone. I imagine if you're like a hardcore Cleo shipper, you probably get annoyed of hearing that people say this. I don't mean to offend you, but in my opinion, Cleo is a super forced relationship. I mean, that came out of nowhere. Like, literally. Leo came out of nowhere onto Ojigia, which is, like, nowhere. Right? Like, literally, this relationship came out of nowhere. And, like, I don't know. I don't know why Rick just didn't let Leo stay single. Okay? Like, the single people need representation, too. Alright, Rick is doing all this stuff for representation right now. What about the single people? I mean, all we got is Raina. And I have a feeling that's going to change soon. But yeah, I mean, come on. But being as it is, yes, I think it's forced, but it's a good ship. I mean, I think they're good for each other. I hear a lot of people say, like, or some people say, like, Calypso's like a jerk, or she doesn't deserve Leo, yada yada yada. I mean, I see why people would say that, but I don't really agree with it. I mean, she's going through some rough patches, but they're still good for each other. And, like, if you guys don't remember, Leo was a jerk to Frank in Heroes of Olympus. I mean, I wasn't crazy about Leo, like, or in the early goings, like, when he was with Frank, because he was, like, a jerk to Frank. Because, like, Frank was kind of jealous. It was kind of both ways, but, I mean, I'm not saying they're jerks. I'm just saying everyone has their moments, right? And so those times when Calypso's being a little, like, dumb. So, yeah, everyone has their moments. But, yeah, I still ship them, but compared to Frazel, I mean, Frazel was forged through a whole series, right? I mean, that's a solid relationship, and that's a cute one too. So yeah, I ship both of them, but I ship Frazel more. So yeah, I would definitely break up Cleo. Sorry. Next question: would you rather Oh yeah, would you rather prefer Cronus or Nero? From Karuna Dean. All right. So I'm assuming you mean like which one do you like more? I think. Anyway, so this is kind of difficult to answer because Nero is one of the main protagonists in the Trials of Apollo series. But that series isn't finished yet. I mean, there's 2 more books left. And Nero's only really been in the first one, Hidden Oracle, which, to be honest, I didn't even like that book. So yeah, he's still got a lot of developing to do and all that shit. And then Cronus is like the lead villain of my like favorite series of all time, probably. So it's kind of, there's a lot of bias here. So I would say Cronus, but also like Luke Castellan, I think is by far the best villain out of like Riot and Verse, like far and away. You know, and you can argue like, oh, but Luke's an anti-hero, you know, he's not a villain. But like, even if he didn't pull a Darth Vader and kill himself at the end to sacrifice for the good, even if he stayed bad through it all, I would still think he's like the best villain. And so Cronus is like linked with Luke, right? And like the main person Cronus is going against is Percy. And then like all this thing's going on with Annabeth too because he's Luke. So there's so much going on, every aspect of which I am a super big fan of. So yeah, I mean, I would say Cronus, but there's a lot of bias going in there. And like Nero they're both like, I don't think Cronus or Nero, I don't think either of them like on their own are great villains. I don't think they're bad. I think they're decent. Because Nero, you know, Nero's got some cool backstory stuff going on with Meg and all that, and him being an emperor in the past. That's pretty cool too. So, you know, both not bad villains, but I would definitely take Cronus. All right. This question is from Eric Killmonger, son of Athena. All right. I don't know why I said Athena like that. All right. This question is, would you rather save Zoe or Bianca? This is a great question, but an easy answer for me. I would say Bianca. All right. This is not to say I do not love both of them. I do love both of them. Really, I do. And both of their deaths were mad sad, and they happened in the same book. So whoo! But when you look at it, Zoe Nightshade lived for a long freaking time. All right, she was back in the day with Hercules, and she was living like whatever year it was, you know, in the 21st century, right? So she lived for a long freaking time. I think Bianca, I can't remember exactly. Was she like 13? Something like that? In that range? Yeah. Okay, so when you look at that, then Bianca, right? But also you look at Zoe. They both died great deaths. You know, they both died saving for their friends. Died saving their friends, right? Which I think is how any warrior hero would want to go out. But then Zoe dies, and it's not to say that it really sucks that she dies, but she was replaced by Thalia, right? Like her hole, like the hole she leaves in the Hunters, is filled by Thalia Grace, which, like, you know, they're still in good hands. What did Bianca leave behind? She left behind a younger brother who desperately needed her. You know, Nico went through mad shit after that happened. I mean, he was messed up, and he made some mistakes, right? So not everything that happened can just be that he did wrong, and Percy Jackson and the Olympians can just be like, oh, well, it's because of Bianca, you know? Like, he still made those decisions, but what, you know, Bianca leaving definitely had a huge impact on him that I wish he did not have to go through. Because, guys, I speak as a younger brother. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Us younger brothers need our big sisters. We really do. We might not act like it sometimes, but we do. So, to younger brothers, be nice to your big sister. Big sisters, be nice to your younger brothers. It's awesome. But yeah, I would definitely say Bianca, just for a lot of reasons. But yeah, I love you, Zoe. Last question from Gimli Strider. Would you rather be a demigod in the American Revolution or the Civil War? All right, Gimli. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know how to answer this right. I'm not a huge history buff. And so my answer is kind of cheap. I would probably just say the American Revolution, because I don't know, I just feel like it'd be cool to fight for the independence, right? And like George Washington was leading the Americans, right? And like Athena, so I'm assuming Athena, so I want like the strategy goddess on my side too. So yeah, I would take the American Revolution. Not that it wouldn't, you know, not saying fighting for like independence is better than like fighting for like slavery, you know, which I know the Civil War wasn't only fighting for slavery, like to abolish slavery. I know it was for way more than that, but I'm just saying, like, I know both wars were fought for awesome causes, but it would have been dope fighting for like independence from Britain, and like I said, having Athena as an ally. I mean, that's a terrible answer, but yeah, American Revolution, I would take that one. And there you go, guys. That was my Would You Rather 2 Percy Jackson edition video. Since it makes sense, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. It was fun to make. I know sometimes I ramble and maybe talk fast sometimes. I don't know. Guys, there's a lot of good stuff going on in here, but also at like the same time, like absolutely nothing, right? It's a really weird dynamic that can make life confusing. But whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed making it. Thank you guys so much for asking me questions again, because it'd be kind of hard and weird, you know, to do it, because then I have to like ask myself questions, and that'd be weird. But anyway, guys, have an awesome day. Have an awesome night. Eat good food. Do cool stuff. Have a good life. But before I go here, I want to start this little thing where I like leave you guys like I end the video with like a cool quote. So I don't know. I like quotes, and it's just giving me an excuse to say them. So anyway, this quote is, "And do you dream that the world will know your name? So tell me your name." Boom. I think that's a good quote. It's from the song Angels on the Moon by Thriving Ivory. If you guys haven't listened to it, I recommend you do so. Anyway, thanks guys again. Peace.